Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on whenever you are watching us from. It's another edition of Political Talks with David. On today Political Talk, the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has told Justice Binta to excuse herself from the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the federal government has said that Justice Binta must continue the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The question is, what is the gain of federal government? Why is federal government using a judge to thwart the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Kanu has the right to tell the judge, to excuse herself, because Justice Binta has been biased. Justice Binta has been partisan. A case that has dragged for 4 years, and still, despite all the evidence being tendered by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have seen that this woman is loyal to the federal government, and that is why she has come out to say that the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come out to say that Justice Binta should excuse herself from the trial. Federal government cannot always dictate who would preside over the judge, over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is Justice Binta biased? Yes, she is biased, because there have been no concrete evidence for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to still be languishing in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given enough, have proven beyond reasonable doubt for him to remain in incarceration for 3.5 years. He has vowed, he said he will not resume the trial until Justice Binta excuse herself from it. In the law terms, you cannot be a judge in your own case. The federal government is now judge in their own case. You took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court, and yet you are still giving orders on who to preside over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That ought to be the Nigerian Judicial Commission ought to appoint judge that will take over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in this context, it is the federal government, it is the AGF who is appointing the presiding judge that will take over, that will judge the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that the judge will be loyal to the federal government, so that the judge would do their own bidding. The question is, for how long can we continue like this? For how long can a country continue like this? And thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team. They have said they will not resume the trial if Justice Binta does not excuse herself, because as claimed by the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, that Justice Binta is loyal to the federal government. Is loyal. That what the federal government asked Justice Binta Nnayko to do, that is what she does. A trial that have continued for 3.5 years, and yet, as judge, you cannot take your stance on what to do. You cannot stay if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is guilty or not. Yet you are being used. You are being used by those in corridors of power so as to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And you want the legal team and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue with such trial. Even to a layman, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows he cannot get justice in this trial. He cannot get justice because if the presiding judge is loyal to the federal government, how would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get justice? And let's not forget that the same federal high court has granted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail. But the question is, the federal government obey it? Federal government refused to obey the court order. You refuse to obey the court order. I am in support that Mazi Kanu to tell Justice Binta Nnayko that she should excuse herself and let the Nigerian Judicial Commission appoint a judge that should take over the case, not the federal government appointing judge that will take over this case. Mazi Kanu has had enough of this, their propagandas and lies. And that is why the Western world will not take us serious. If you take someone to court, you still interfere in the court processes. You are not even allowing the court to do their bidding. Rather, you still dictate on who the deciding judge will be, so that you can influence the judge to do every of your bidding. The question is, for how long can we continue like this? For how long can we continue in all these shenanigans? Buhari did this. Yes. Buhari did his own. And now, Justice Binta Nnayko and the federal government are doing theirs. We must always learn that a society full of injustice, a society full of hatred, would not go far. A society full of injustice, hatred, shenanigans would never go far. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger, then what would the federal government stand to gain? I'm calling on Justice Binta Nnayko. She should at this point excuse herself from the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the high court leader cannot continue in this shenanigans. The high court leader cannot continue in this mess. The high court leader cannot continue to be deceived anymore. A judge that is being loyal to the federal government has been appointed again to continue. Now Kanu said he does not want Justice Binta as the presiding judge of the case. That the Nigerian Judicial Council should appoint judge, not the federal government. And that is how it ought to be. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you so much.
Aisha Yusufu has tasked Imo State Governor, Enugu State Governor, Anambra State Governors, stop blaming gunmen. You are the CEO of your state. You are the executive governor. Now, since you go to Abuja to collect money, then take responsibility for the insecurity in your state. What do you have to say about it?
Now, thank you for that wonderful question. I think being the governor of the state, you have every power for you to make sure that you get security votes from the federal government. By so doing so, what are the governors doing with this money? Stop coming out to tell the people that there is insecurity in my state and that unknown government have been killing. The government need to take action and put an end to all this and stop apportioning blames. The people you are apportioning blames to are the people who their lives and properties are entrusted in your hand as the chief security officer of the state. So for a governor to come and start telling people that see there is insecurity in my state, I think to me the governor need to stand up and then act now, because every now and then allocation is being shared for you, security vote is being given to you, and you have the mandate. The primary function of government is to protect life and property. Yes. So if you cannot protect life and property, then why are you the governor?
But some have said that the governors have no power over the military, that it's only the president as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. What do you have to say about that?
The governor does not have power over the military. That is true. But see, the question is that can the governor summon military chiefs in their states, the division's commander, to sit and dialogue for a way forward? The answer is yes. So if we can do that, so indirectly it's still have power over the military. Now when it calls for security meeting, don't these men don't these guys attend in his various place? They do. So the president should not come and say that he does not have the governor should not come and say he does not have power. We still have killings in Imo State, Enugu State, and some other states. For how long can we continue in this path? The people are scared of their lives. The people cannot even access government, access those who they claim to be what? Electorate. We cannot access people that give us the mandate. So how long can they continue like this? So I think the government of these states on their own, they need to up their games. You must up your games as a governor if you don't want to be sacked come 2027.
But there's always been this fear that the votes of Nigerians does not count, and that is why our elected officials are acting this week. That as soon as our vote is counting, they will sit up knowing that if I don't perform, no second term for me. Do you agree with that statement?
Our vote does not count. I cannot say if our vote count or not, because I have not conducted any election. So what I'm to say is that people have lost confidence in the INEC.
The reason why they've lost
interest. You've lost confidence because so many persons have seen the case of Hope Uzodinma when but reason best the court knows why he had to give it to him. But someone who came forth in the election was uplifted and then he came forth. So the court cited some reasons which Hope Uzodinma became the governor. Reason best known to them. I am not in the position to speak for the court. But one thing is that INEC needs to be the trust of Nigerians again. You saw what happened in last election.
Yes.
As allegedly reports, the result was changed in the RF quarter. So I don't know how true that allegation is, but see, it has been going viral. So these are things INEC need to repose that confidence in the average Nigerian, and for the governors too. How much is being given to you on a monthly basis? If you get money on a monthly basis, then make sure why don't you make sure that these people who gave you the mandate to protect them, you can as well protect them too? Because the people cannot always be be one-sided every time. The people need to benefit from dividends of democracy, and when they have to benefit from the dividends of democracy is by what? By what? By inclusive governance. The people need to feel the government impact. Not every time you come on here and say on government has attacked the people, you come and start creating fear. These governments are even creating fear in the life of the ordinary man.
We've seen the governor of Enugu State who has declared that Monday is no longer a sit-at-home in Enugu State. When people are saying that, you are seeing that as because the governor. Can you come and secure our lives? I mean, the other people, because you see this sit-at-home every Monday. Some are doing it maybe out of respect for Nnamdi Kanu, but some are doing it out of fear. It is two ways. People are telling the governor, please find a way to secure that. Police cannot be everywhere. What do you think? Because sit at home every Monday, it might be affecting the economic activities in the southeast. What do you think that the governor can do, or the governors in the southeast can do?
Thank you for that one. I think sit at home every Monday is a commensurate to honor the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in incarceration for 4 years now and still counting. But what I want to say is that when there is a conflict in the land, the president himself needs to address this issue of Kanu. Let Kanu issue be settled out of court. If what Kanu is the son of the president, as a son, you can go, you can have a different view or different ideology and philosophy from what your father had. But why can't you, as a father, have you reached out to Kanu himself? And what I felt that the president ought to have done was, why Kanu was in decision, go and meet, let them bring Kanu to you, DSS. Sit down with Kanu, have a round table discussion with him.
But do you think that's possible? Because we saw
see, my mother,
he could not
my mother, Buhari is different. See,
so
these are two different people.
Yes.
If you want the security apparatus cannot be everywhere, and these guys are what? Overstretched.
Yes.
These guys are also overstretched. So the president is the father of the nation.
Yes.
Since the president is the father of the nation, he should at least reach out to this guy, even to the Ohanes in Igbo. Whenever he will want to invite some Igbo politicians and some Igbo stakeholders to sit on a round table and discuss with Kanu. You have conditions, give him your conditions. Send it to him. Because you see, this is the only way this thing about marginalization can stop. And the truth of our matter is that the Igbos are heavily marginalized in the country. And that is what, and that has breed a whole lot.
But do you think that giving them an opportunity, or yes, that's an opportunity, or finding a way, a consensus in 1999, Nigeria had a consensus on making a Yoruba man a president. In 2007, Nigeria had another consensus to make another man to be a president. Do you think that Nigeria finding a way or making a consensus to make an Igbo man the president is going to make that marginalization or the agitations go down in the south?
Making an Igbo man be the president would at least work to some extent. It will help this issue of marginalization reduce a very long way, because if the Igbo man is the president. Peter Obi, you will not watch Peter Obi allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to languish in detention, even if, because yes, that is his brother from his tribe. They are from same tribe. No, so why was Senegbo released? It was let's go.
Yes.
So to some extent, it will help a long way. And as an Igbo man, he will speak in the language that the Igbos. Now I am one of the sons.
Yes.
You don't have any right to agitate.
Yes.
So that will help them. It will go a very long way for them too.
So I'm letting you go. I think we have like 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, South Eastern Governors Forum. What should be their next step?
Southeastern Governor Forum should at least make moves to meet with the presidents.
Yes.
To put an end to all this. That is the only way. Because if there's no end to all this, all we hear is killing. And then we are not in support of all this killing. It is not good for the future of the country. It's not good for the future of the country.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.